All right, so we are inside the Metropolitan Pavilion here at the makeup show. This is the Alcone booth. There's an upstairs as well. So I'm just going to walk around with my list and start shopping. So this is the upstairs portion of the show. Kat Von D is all the way at the end. You know, typical things that they sell. Beautylish is over here. And Tarte is on that side too. Alright, hey you guys, PJD here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm really excited today to just kind of give you a brief little overview of some of the things I experienced at the makeup show. You'll see a couple of clips and things inserted here, but this is primarily a makeup show haul. I didn't get tons of things, but I went prepared with my little list, and I ended up not even getting everything on the list. Some things I just wanted to swatch and see if it was something I wanted to buy or not. But yeah, the makeup show, if you ever have an opportunity to go, I would say go, because it's an opportunity for you to not only see makeup artists, sit in on classes, speak to people who are behind some of these brands that you may like to purchase, different makeup artists. I remember seeing the makeup artist for Oprah Winfrey. He was associated with the AJ Crimson booth. So anyway, we'll talk about that later, but I didn't speak to him. He was talking to some makeup artists and stuff at the moment. It's not a show that's open to the public, but if you do have credentials associated with the beauty industry, then you would be able to gain access and go in there and shop. So let me show you. I'll start off with Nars. This was their little bag, and it has like a little magnetic clip right here, so it just stays in place. I thought their bag was cute. I only got one thing from Nars, and it's a backup. You've seen this before, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. I got the identical shade. It did give me a chance to shop some of the other shades and swatch them, just to see if I needed to go down. I know I didn't need to go up because this was a little red. I had done a full video, which I can link below, of what this one looks like on my face. I did a makeup demo, and this is the shade New Orleans Dark 2. This is Nars from their I'm just doing a little dot, and then I'll slide it down because I'm going to swatch all the colors of the foundation that I purchased. But this is their all day luminous weightless foundation, and this was like about 20 something bucks at the show. And you know, regularly this is priced at like 40 something. So that's it. That's the Nars one right there. So I just got to back up because this one is about here. So this one is almost finished. So I was able to get a backup of that. The first booth that I went to was from Shea Moisture. And when I tell you the ladies working that booth, there was one in particular who was kind of working with the public and telling you that one whole table was just for swatching. You could swatch your heart out with the items that they had there, the makeup items. And there was another lady checking you out, but they were both really, really sweet, really nice. Here's what I got at the Shea Moisture booth, where I was able to spin this wheel and get a big prize. You'll see which. Also, here are the foundations that they have. This is all like the section that you can swatch. It's a really nice product. You'll see in the haul the foundation that I picked up. Really, really nice. And lovely people working at the booth as well. And I did one of the teal eyeliners. Swatched it on my hand. Look at that. Oh, the bag is hiding it. Really pretty color, but you'll see it better when I do the haul video. That's what I ended up picking up from the Shea Moisture booth. This is their foundation. I actually, since the makeup show I went on Monday, this past Monday, today is Saturday when I'm filming this, I was able to try out every foundation that I purchased at the makeup show. So I have already worn this, but I did set it the day, and you'll see the item I set it with because it's something I also picked up at the show. This is interesting. I know you guys know that I had taken back that Becca Luminous, their latest foundation. I had taken that back to Sephora because I thought with my combination skin, especially the oily T-zone, it was just too much. And you're going to see some of the foundations that I got are a little on the side of being more luminous than matte, but there's something about them that I just like. This particular one I did wear and I like it. My shade is Espresso, and I did get a little pamphlet, a little booklet from the Shea Moisture counter, and it shows you, let me just show you, I'm just going to flip over to the shades just so you can see the shade range. Here it is, all right here, and I am Espresso, which is here, and then you still have an entire other row of foundation colors. So they really do have a wide range of options. Maybe I'll just hold that up in case you guys want to see that. Sorry, I wasn't talking for a second. But yeah, I just wanted you to be able to see the shades. I'm sure you can find this online too. But I am now going to swatch Espresso. And if you guys are interested in seeing any video reviews on some of these foundations, certainly let me know. I am going to say that right here on the back, it says to shake it well, because this is not just a weightless foundation. It says weightless Shea serum foundation, and the lady told me you definitely have to shake it up first because it is a serum. A little goes a long way with this, and you do get a full ounce. I paid $10 for this at the show. I'm going to swatch. There's Espresso, the little dot, and I'm going to just slide it down now for you to see. And that little bit that I did, look at that swatch, and you can see here it looks kind of oily, right? Yeah, so with my combination skin, but it just, when I do the demo on my face, you'll see it just glides on in such a lovely way. So again, my shade is Espresso. Well, I'm wearing a different foundation right now, but when I do the whole review and you see me go from having nothing on my face to wearing Espresso, you'll see. And I definitely have to play with the amount because I didn't even do a full pump the other day when I wore it, and it covered my whole face. And I have a maybe you can see it, a dark spot, right? It's going away, but I think it's like over here. Yeah, it is over there. And it covered that, boom, no problem. And I didn't even do a full pump. Also from the Shea Moisture counter, I was really only planning on getting that foundation. But then since they had this on the swatching table, this is an eyeliner, I said, okay. And of course, all their stuff is paraben free and all that stuff that you know I like. And they say right here, no mineral oil, all that stuff, no gluten. And so I saw this eye pencil and I just decided, you know, to swatch it as she was dinging in to pack my bag and get my foundation. And when I swatched it, I knew I needed it. I'm just going to do the swatch, and this is the shade Teal. I'm going to do it on this hand. And when I tell you, this thing is so super creamy and light. And now I used it the other day on my waterline. If you can see that shade, beautiful. I put it on the other day and it stayed with me. I took it off when I came in from work. I thought it was really lovely. It wasn't as vibrant, the teal, later on, like at the end of the day, like when I was home, but that's like a full work day. It just wasn't as vibrant as when I first put it on, but it certainly had not left my waterline. It just looked a bit dimmer. Like here, how it looks super, super bright, vibrant. It looked like it was a bit dulled down, but hey, you know, it stayed on lots of hours for free just for purchasing those two items, which that little eyeliner was priced at $5 at the show. They said I was getting this free gift. It came in this little box, but it is a Shea Moisture, and look, it says it on the packaging. I love the like little wooden tube, a lip exfoliator. Just how they have the lip exfoliants through e.l.f. that's in stick form. This is the same type of thing, but through Shea Moisture. I have not used this yet because I actually have an exfoliant that I'm using now, but I can't wait to really get started on this. And then to make their booth even better, they had a wheel. You spin the wheel. The first time I did it, it said spin again. Did it a second time, it said spin again. My third time, I said, okay, let me go with like a lighter spin because one of my spins was shaking the table. So I said, let me just go a little easier. And I won. It landed on big prize. And this was my big prize, a palette. Woo! And I'm so happy for this palette, which again tells you that it's free of parabens and all that stuff. It's Shea Moisture. This is called the Rich Earth palette, both for your eyes, lip, and cheek. And I was so happy I won this. This was the first booth I made a purchase from. And look at the packaging there. It says Shea Moisture. It doesn't have a mirror up top. Oh, one of the little eye things fell out, but that's okay. It fits right back in there. There we go. Here are the shades. Well, I don't want that green one to come out again, but there they are. Boom, 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 boom. And this, oh, it did come out. Oh no, that was just the brush. They give you some brushes too. Let me just remove this. You get two of these brushes and you get this little type of brush right here too, which I'm going to just hold on to so it won't spill. So here are the shades. And a little bit, this reminds me of that like peanut butter and jelly palette. And even some colors here that remind me of the peach palette from Too Faced that people are loving so much right now. But I'll show you that this one right here is like your little bronze blush, and then this up here they're saying you can use the one right above it. Oops, sorry. Yeah, that green one fell out again. Okay, sorry. So I'm just leaving the green one out for a second since it's having a few technical difficulties. But this one right here is for your lips and cheek. And it's just like a light little balm. And then this one right here is for, you know, like your blush. And then the rest is eyeshadow. So that's really nice. Oh, no. I literally just accidentally stuck my finger in the green one. But anyway, that's okay. I will show you, now that I have this hunk of it, how it swatches. And it seems to be pigmented because I did put on one of the shades the other day. That's the green. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Yep. Wow. Okay. And that's the green one. So really, really nice. I'm just going to be careful with this, but I was so happy to have gotten this for free because I was kind of resolved going to the makeup show that I wanted to get certain things that I had on my list or in my mind to get, but eyeshadows were not necessarily anything on my mind. So even though Inglot was there and I meant to go to their counter, and I saw them in the distance, people were crowded around, and I said, oh, I'll get back to them. But I really wasn't there for eyeshadows. Not that that's all that they sell. They have other great products that I do like, but I ended up not getting back to the Inglot booth, and it's totally fine because I have that eyeshadow palette. So that's cool. So yeah, so I swatched that, showed you that, and that was all I got from Shea Moisture. I'll show you this. Of course, I picked up some Alcone sponges. Let me just show you this. Yeah. So you saw me even get this for Black Friday through Alcone. I had done a little piece on these sponges before because I feel like they really can stand toe-to-toe with the Beauty Blender. It looks like one brick, but they're actually separated into 8 little triangular kind of cubes in here. If you break down the price individually, because these are reusable, you can dispose of them whenever you'd like to, but you can wash them and reuse them just as you would your Beauty Blender. And when you break down the price, this is roughly 33 cents each, right? So, I mean, you can't beat it. Sometimes I know that I can clean one of these sponges and I just chuck them because I know they're really cheap. Maybe that's not the best, way to behave, but hey, I love the price and I love how they perform. So that's that. Of course, at the makeup show, they give you all sorts of makeup show books and information on different people who are doing presentations. Certainly, you see new makeup artists to watch and things like that. So it's pretty cool. So I have all these little books that I still need to go through and review. I then stopped at, well, this is not the order in which I went to these different places, but I also went to Smashbox. And I got their Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. Of all the foundations that I purchased, I think this one is the one that I am least excited about, only because of the shade. Now, as I was looking at it, I was going between, when I was at the Smashbox counter, I was going between this one and also their Halo Foundation. And I ended up going with this one because and this is in shade 4.2, which is the darkest shade that they had there at the show. And I believe the darkest shade that they have online. And I was saying, the shade, it could be a little darker and make me happy. And this was the darkest they had, but I ended up buying it because when I did swatch it, I did like how it felt and looked on my hand. So I'm just going to smooth this out for you right now. You can see it compared to the other shades that I already have on my hand. Close, right? But not exactly. Let me just slide it down. And I will tell you, when I bought that, when I came home, because of course, I like to play with things initially. The first couple of times that I was pumping out, it's like it was coming out with so much oil, I guess, and I did shake it and it was still coming out with oil, and I was like, whoa, it did not do that at the show. I wasn't happy, but then now I guess it's all settled because it no longer pumps out with oil. Even what I just pumped out just now, no oil. So now I'm just going to slide that down. Boom. So as you can see, it's close to even the Shea Moisture one, which is in the middle. The Smashbox one is close in color, but slightly more yellow in it, just a tad. So when I put it on my face, it definitely blends. I can still rock it just as is, but it would not have hurt if it had been a little more, a little bit darker, right? So 4.2 could have been like a 4.3 for me to have been perfect. And this is an oil-free foundation. So I need to wear this more and, get my thoughts together on some of these items. But that's another foundation that I picked up. I'll do these things last. Okay, another foundation that I got. You can kind of see what my focus was. I stopped at the Makeup Forever counter, and they have a new foundation which will be debuting either, she said, in July or June. So you can't get it. It's not on the website. It's actually called Water Blend, Water. I almost bought that except for the fact that it's a water-based foundation, but it is so light that it may even be lighter than, and I'm not talking in shade, I mean in terms of the weight of the product itself, it may even be lighter than the BB water that I have from Smashbox. It absorbed into my skin so well that it almost looked like my skin when my skin has no foundation and my own oils come out. That's kind of what it looked like on my hand. So I was thinking, it's so light, I opted not to get it, because if it's that light, that's just me walking out of the house with like moisturizer. So no, but it seems like it's going to be really cool, like something you would wear in the summer because it's so light. So I got this Makeup Forever foundation stick, invisible cover stick foundation. I got it in the shade 178, and then it says it's equivalent to Y535. And this is the shade. I love how it has this protective cap over it. And this is supposed to be medium to full coverage. I'm going to swipe that down right here. And of course, because it's the stick form, it's going to give me a wider base. Now, compare that shade, which I just swatched, to all of the others, right? So you can see there is like some shade difference here, but the Smashbox lady representative helped to match me. So, you know, I rolled with this one. But and I put it on my face. I've already worn it, and I feel like it blends in nicely. And this one actually makes me happy because it says hyaluronic spheres. So I guess shapes of a sphere that's supposed to sit on your skin well, but it's the hyaluronic acid part that really gets me, because we've discussed that before, where the hyaluronic acid really helps to kind of give more life to your skin, helps to plump it a bit, kind of thing. You'll find hyaluronic acid in many of the masks, some of the good masks that tell you that they will improve the appearance of your skin. So I actually noticed when I wore this foundation, by the end of the day, yes, it did look like my skin with my oils coming out, but it looked so natural. It really did look glowy and lovely. It really did, but not so glowy like the Becca one that I wanted to take it back. It just had the right amount of glow. It was really lovely, and my skin just looked really good. So I'm happy with this one so far, and I will show you, because I think they had the best bag in terms of it being reusable. This was the Makeup Forever bag, just like a little tote, and that's all I bought, that one thing, and I got this tote bag. So yeah, Makeup Forever was cool. Of course, how could I go to the makeup show and not go to, this was like the second thing on my list, because I did not want anyone to buy out what I was intending to get. I went to, upside down, Black Up Cosmetics, and this is just a little booklet of, you know, some of their products and whole thing like that. Product guide. Black Up Cosmetics doing 40% off today. The loose powder, I just purchased that, so you'll see that in haul. The primer, which I've done a sample of it, it's pretty expensive through Sephora, but getting it here, it's of course at a discounted rate. So that's their contour sticks. This brilliant orange blush is calling me, so we'll see if I come back and get that. It gave me a card with a code that will allow my next purchase online for me to get the same discount that I received at the makeup show, because everything at their booth was 40% off. However, I tried using that code yesterday and it wasn't working, so I sent them an email, so hopefully that gets resolved. I purchased from them, and I cannot wait to really use this and review it for you all, because I got their mattifying primer. It looks like this in this little frosted kind of bottle. Now, the reason I was even interested in this is because I had gotten from Sephora one time. Yeah, it was definitely from Sephora. I had gotten the Black Up mattifying little pouch, just like this, a little sample. One morning before going to work, I decided to apply it. I used this. My foundation looked outstanding the absolute entire day. Even when I came home from work, I didn't have to blot, not once. I told you I'm extremely oily in the T-zone. Now, Sometimes it could just be a fluke, a combination of the weather outside, or, you know, the foundation I was wearing that day mixed with the weather, or whatever. That maybe my oils were not on full blast. I don't know. So I at least bought this at a much cheaper price, because everything that I paid, like the foundation from Makeup Forever, was like 20 something bucks, like low 20, not high 20. This I got on sale. Normally this is priced at, I believe, 42, this primer from Black Up, and I paid, I feel like saying 26. Because everything was 40% off. So whatever the original price is, it was, I believe it came down to like 26 bucks. And then when you pay in cash, they didn't charge you tax. Some booths did that, others did not. But Black Up, if I recall, they're one who did that. So that was excellent. Oh, no. They weren't the booth that did that. There was someone else who did that. So anyway, yeah, so Black Up. So hoping that when I actually use this, it lives up to that sample pack that I used from Sephora, because the primer that day worked so well for me, or whatever combination of events caused it to look so great on my skin. So that was the primer. And also from Black Up, I went to that counter so confused, because I had gone into a Sephora, the only Sephora that I know of that has Black Up Cosmetics in store, like not just their four-way corrector palette, not that, because other Sephoras will have that, but I'm talking about like their foundations, their lipsticks, their everything. Only one Sephora that I know of has it. That one is located in Brooklyn. It's the one on, what is that, Gerolamo Street or something like that. But anyway, it's there, like not far from the courthouses. So I had gone there to swatch their loose powder, because I had read so many great reviews on it online that their loose powder was amazing. And I went to the show specifically for that loose powder, because even on the Sephora site, first of all, I went in person to the one in Brooklyn in order to find my shade. I found that it was number 4, but they were all sold out. Went back another day, still sold out. Fine. They've actually been sold out of that for months. So I said, okay, at least at the makeup show, I'll be able to get it. Went there to the show specifically for that loose powder, which everyone was saying like it makes their skin look amazing. It keeps them matte like all day and stuff like that. So I went there and I saw this tube. It comes in this little box and it looked smaller to me off the bat. And I told her, I said, oh, did they change this product or like change something about it? And she said, nope, this is it. And what I later realized, because I went to the Black Up site, they no longer have the loose powder listed on their website. It's still on the Sephora site, I guess, because they still had like shade number 1 to sell out of, and they haven't sold out of that particular one, so the item is still there and visible, and it just shows you an X for the other shades, which my shade would have been number 4. So when she sold me this, and this one is in shade 4/5, and I was saying, okay, 4, 5. I remember in store I was just 4, not shade 5. Shade 5 was too dark. But when I tested the sample of this, I said, wait, I said, but this looks like it's my shade. This is so weird, because I'm certain I had just worn number 4 in store. So anyway, come to find out after going on the site, this is their new product, and this is their anti-brilliance or anti-shine powder, and it is so finely milled. I've been having to, what I need to do is start wearing those foundations that you've seen so far without any setting powder, just to see how they wear all day and everything on their own. Because since I've been putting on this Black Up powder, I've been wanting to put it on every single day. Let me see if I can get out a little bit. See, this is it, the amount of product that you get. Okay, and it says in here that I get 0.16 ounces of product. It has the little holes right there, and it has a little protective seal which is attached. I just sprinkled some in here, and I'm going to put it on my hand. Boom, boom, boom. Or maybe I should put it on my face, or maybe I'll just do a video one day with it. I just slid it down. You can barely see it, right? It blends in with my skin so well, and it mattifies for a while. It does its best, but it can't really combat all of my oils all day. But maybe I didn't put on enough, because yesterday I did put on what I think may have been actually too much, and that did hold out for hours and hours and hours without giving me excessive shine on my face. So that was really nice. But just the appearance of this is beautiful. It's so finely milled. It's like you almost can't even see. It's right there. Oh, it's so beautiful. And my shade is the darkest one that they have in this particular one, and it's shade 4/5. I'll also say that, and you know, there were some changes in the leadership over at Black Up, and I think they used to make it in Paris before, but this actually says made in Italy. on here. So at first I was wondering, oh, does this mean they're going to be changing certain things? But maybe they had always produced the product in Italy, even though it's a Paris-based brand. Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, I'm really happy I got this at the show. And I was contemplating getting their orange, because they do have an orange blush that I'm always drooling over but never pick it up, even in Sephora. And I almost got it at the show, and I said, oh, I'll go to other counters, because I didn't just want to, you know, stay at one counter and like spend up everything, because Black Up, they have some really nice quality products that I really, really, really do enjoy. And I didn't go back and get the blush, but especially since she gave me that code for the 40% off, I said I can always do it online, which I was planning on doing, and then the code isn't working. So hopefully that gets resolved. Okay, I bought this. I know it's not the real brand, it's the bootleg version, but I see all of these little brushes online, and if I recall, because even HSN is selling it now, Artis, I think, is the real brand name or something. I'll put it down below, that kind of started the design of brushes in this way. I can tell you that this one, it doesn't even have a name. I just bought it from a lady's counter. It was 10 bucks for this one. And this one specifically is not really the foundation one. It's just for like corners and stuff like that. But I'm going to use it as a foundation brush, because she was selling the foundation one for like 20 bucks. But I have foundation brush heads that are about this width and length. So, you know, I don't care that you call it something else. I'm going to use this for foundation. It feels super soft and just really nice. So I need to wash this and use it for the first time and see how it actually feels. I can tell that this part is plastic and it's, you know, cheaply made, the handle part, but as long as the fibers, the brush itself is really good, I'm excited to use this one. So again, 10 bucks. I can't even tell you which company it came from, because this has like no labeling or anything, but that was cool. And then, oh, Sephora was there, and all I picked up from them, because they never really come with like a full line of makeup. They had some matte lipsticks and some glosses and stuff like that, but they never really have, and I don't expect them with their booths to have like the full range of Sephora brand products, but they always under deliver to me. Except this year I was happy that they had these. I told you guys that I like this brush cleanser, and they were selling them. This is the largest size that they have. These are typically priced at like $14 at Sephora, and they were selling them for $8. So I picked up 2 of these, and here it is. And I like it so much more than the Beauty Blender cleanser, and I still haven't repurchased my Dr. Bronner soap, because you know I use that to wash my brushes and stuff. So that will be like a good backup, or keep using that to clean my brushes until I actually get my Dr. Bronner's or something else. But I really do like that Sephora cleanser. Really, really good. Now the last things that I have to show you. Oh, another foundation. Sorry, I forgot. Do you know what this one could be? Oh, I was so excited. I had on my list that I wanted to go to his booth. This is AJ Crimson. I wanted to go to his booth because I remember when he originally started. Well, first, let me take it back to me being at the makeup show in 2009 when he had Kissable Couture. And he was really only doing the lipstick thing at that time. Fast forward a bit, because then at that time he was partnered with the wife of Forest Whitaker, and they had these Kissable Couture lip glosses. I bought up tons of them. I felt like I had every shade except for kind of the pink ones, because I don't really do pink. And so I kind of been following his brand from that time, from that 2009 era, to fast forward to when he came out with the BB cream. That BB cream was absolutely everything to me in terms of, because that was even before I was getting into foundation. I was easing into foundation through BB creams. That was kind of my starter into the world of foundations. So I was doing the oh wow, 2009. Wow, okay. Yeah. So anyway, the BB, but okay. So 2009, I was following the brand. That's right, because I absolutely was not wearing, because he didn't even have BB creams and stuff in 2009. That was like the Kissable Couture thing. He had to have started the BB cream thing around 2013, maybe 2012, because that's when I started putting on or looking into face makeup, more so 2013 for me. So around that time, and maybe he came out with the BB cream prior to that. But anyway, that's around the time that I was introduced to his BB cream, but I had liked his line because every time he had come out with a new Kissable Couture gloss, I bought it up. It was, you know, a color that I liked. I actually even still have some Kissable Couture glosses. But when I saw the power of his BB cream, really, really loved it. Then he reformulated it and it was no longer available. It wasn't the BB cream, it became the BB plus C. But because I hadn't gone to a couple of makeup shows in a row, a couple years, then I didn't get to swatch, so I didn't know what to get, didn't want to get it online, even though sometimes check out his site, he will have them on sale for 10 bucks. That's like, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, like if you know what your shade is, awesome, awesome, awesome to go and get it. So anyhow, fast forward to now, he has foundations and he has like a banana cream and other stuff too. He had a guy working his counter. Let me just show you what the foundation looks like. Look at that. It says AJ Crimson on the front. It has a mirror when you open it up. My shade is number 5. He had a gentleman working his counter who had skin that was clear to me that he had never had a pimple in life. Beautiful skin, and we were chatting it up. He was so nice. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to ask him, and maybe one of you guys who attended the show, if you got to, it is the guy who was the lightest in complexion at that booth, who, if any of you got to talk to him and let's say you spoke about skincare, if you know what moisturizer he uses, do let me know. I mean, his skin was fabulous. But anyhow, he was really, really nice. I bought shade number 5. I always know when I kind of see my shade in a palette or a pan or swatch, because my shade is kind of peanut buttery, like the darker end of peanut butter. So I'm going to swatch this for you. And when I got this and I opened it, a little bit on top, it looked like, ooh, is that oil? Like, is it oily? And it has a little oil to it, but when it's what I'm wearing right now. And yes, I look super greasy. I also didn't set this morning, and it is now like almost 5 in the afternoon. I put this on like early in the morning, so you know my oils too have come out to combine. Here it is. Boom, boom. It looks, I'm telling you, I definitely have to do a demo and face of this. Oh, I paid 25 bucks for this at the show. It's regularly priced at 35. This shade number 5, I love. The best foundations for me are the ones that have a neutral undertone. You know, because I'm not really too red and I'm not yellow in all zones of my face. And I know AJ Crimson is of the belief, because I remember I had gone to one of his makeup classes maybe 2 years ago or 3 or maybe more, probably more than that actually. And you know, he kind of, and other makeup artists too, speak about the fact that you have different tones in your face. So you don't necessarily need to stick to one foundation. You know, you can wear different shades of foundation in different areas so it looks more natural. But me putting on this number 5 right here, it looks great all over my face. I really like that foundation. I remember, just to tell you quickly, when I did go to his makeup class, because at the end of it I wanted to buy his foundation because I was going to be in a wedding and I knew I didn't have like foundation, because at that time I still wasn't wearing like foundation, whatever. So I knew that I needed something. And I wanted to, you know, buy one of his foundation sticks. And he was saying, oh, he said, you need to. And I was thinking to myself, my immediate thought was, okay, of course, the person who's behind this brand is going to tell me I need 2 so that I buy like double. But no, when he did it on my face, he did one color here. And then, because it was more yellow, that was the first time in my life that I actually got it and saw that, yes, I'm more red here and more yellow here. Because my face just always looked like one thing to me. All right. You're a black girl of this kind of chocolatey brown complexion, boom. But no, there are differences in tone in the different areas of my face. And when he did that and blended it in, it really looked amazing using those 2 colors. Typically, I don't put 2 colors on my face, you know, just moving forward. I like one foundation that can do it, but I definitely understood the point at that moment. Look at that. Look at that. Look how it's even drawn. So here are all the foundations that I purchased from. And you can see that Shea Moisture one is still glowing, right? It still looks shiny. So you got to shake that bottle well. Make sure that, you know, it's not settling the oils or anything in any part. Especially if you are a T-zone person. For me, you can see that that is one that you will have to set, or you should want to set. But if you have very dry skin, this may be perfect without setting. But yeah, so this was the Nars Shea Moisture. What did I put on third? I don't even remember. Oh, this was, I can tell by how it dried. This is the Smashbox. Then this is the Makeup Forever. And this is the AJ Crimson one. And the AJ Crimson one, if I didn't say, I got it in shade number 5. Because 4.5 was too ashy looking on me. But 5... boom, love it. So these are my shades. And then last things that I'm going to show you. This is it, right? So I didn't do much at the makeup show, but I got the things that I wanted. Let me show you these 2 things. And I'm going to save a new kind of brand for last. these. They had Tarte was there, and this was the Tarte bag. Just a purple bag, but it's not, you know, something I'm going to reuse because it's gotten all crushed up now and stuff. But, you know, almost every company had a bag. So anyhow, they had their lip products out on display, not in the packaging, just out, hanging out. And I did not realize that some were lip, what is this called? Lip paint, right? The Tarte lip paint, right? Their matte lip paint. And some were the new Tarte lip glosses, because I totally meant to buy the paints, the mattes, but I ended up buying accidentally the gloss. I'm going to tell you, I like this gloss so much, so it was a happy accident it ended up being. And these are priced at $20 each through the Sephora site, through the Tarte site. How much were they at the makeup show? $12 each, which is why I'm sorry I didn't get more of these, but I actually got the two colors that spoke to me, and it's Frenemy, which is a beautiful, beautiful berry color. I'm going to tell you, I can tell you right now, and I'm just going to swatch this. Even the way it just swatched on my hand, it has a doe foot applicator. There we go. I'm going to tell you that this Tarte lip paint, it kind of clicks when you close the tube, by the way. There is an art to applying this. Otherwise, look at the shade right there, right? You can see it even looks, oops, sorry. It even looks lighter up here and darker at the bottom where I initially swatched it. Yeah, it does that. You have to see how to actually put this on your lips so it doesn't look splotchy. That's the color. Just as you can see, it looks lighter in some areas, darker in some other areas. It can do the same thing on your lip. I would definitely recommend exfoliating your lips well before putting this on, because the way it dries, and remember I told you before when I was debating actually buying this, I said, oh, you know, I've swatched it and then put it on my hand, walked around Sephora, and it never dried down. It feels like this thing never dries down. It reminds me of the the ColourPop lip satins, in the sense that if you kiss your lips even after wearing it for hours, it can transfer, but at the same time, it's still on your lips. So it definitely gives, your lips should be exfoliated. Gives meaning some product will come off. Your lips should be exfoliated, but it does dry down more than the initial application. Like when you first put it on, it's much more wet in consistency, or the way it feels and how easily it can transfer. And that dissipates over time. Like the longer you've had it on, the drier it becomes on your lips, but your lips don't necessarily feel dry and crackly. But there's just an art to putting this on. I should put this on my lips right now, but I'll do the gloss one first because that'll be the easiest to remove. And this is the gloss that I got in the color WCW. That's the name of the shade. Also a doe foot applicator. And I'm just going to swatch this down. And I'm happy with this gloss. Why? Because this is, oops, almost got it on my hand. This is WCW right here. I'm so happy with this gloss because it actually is a gloss that is, it doesn't feel like oils on your lips, like those glosses that you move your lips around. It just feels like oil, like you've put coconut oil on your lips. It doesn't feel like that. It certainly feels heavier than that, but it doesn't feel sticky to like, it has some give to it, but it does not feel like a sticky gloss, because I don't like sticky glosses. It feels heavy, not necessarily sticky. So I really, really do like this. I'm happy I picked it up, and it's pigmented. Let me just move in so you can see me put this on my lips. You can see how oily my face is. Look at that. And I'm not going to stick it back in the tube. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Yeah, really sloppy. You know how I do. My apologies. Look at that. So let me back up, and it's on my lips. So yes, it's a gloss. Yes, it has that glossy finish, but it really, really, really does a nice job of just being moisturizing for your lips. I can tell you that over time, because I've worn this for like the whole day. Well, not the whole day, because of course I've had to reapply different times. The shade, as opaque as it goes on right now, for me, and maybe, yes, I was doing things like drinking out of water bottles, whatever. The color fades down a bit, so it's not as opaque as time goes on, but I really, really, I do like this. But I'm happy to have paid $12 for it instead of 20. So I'm going to take this off and put on Frenemy. I'm going to do Frenemy on camera because I want you to see how that looks too. And then I have 2 more lippies to show you from the makeup show from a brand I'd never purchased from before. And that really covers everything that I purchased. I'll be right back. So I'm back. I'm going to zoom you in with Frenemy. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Okay. So already you can see that it's trying to hang on to dry patches towards the bottom. Okay. I like it though still. I really do like it. Definitely with this particular one, don't press your lips together because it can take pigment off of the bottom. Or I've noticed that at least. Now, yes, I should have my mirror here and do this properly. But this is just like a little haul video, so. But see, okay, already, see how it's, okay, now I'm going to press my lips together just so you, first let me back up so you can see. Look at that shade. Oh, I look super oily. But look at that shade. Beautiful. And see how it looks matte? But yes, absolutely, if I do right now, right? Some came off. I did a very light press actually, and that was intentional. But look at that. So it doesn't look perfect. So this is why I say there's like an art to actually putting this on. I would be doing this more carefully, like in the mirror or something. And look, see how it looks like lighter here. Then I have the dark streak across here. Like rubbing it out that time actually made it look a little better and evened it out. But yeah, this may take a little playing with just to get it on right, but that often happens with darker shades in these matte formulas. But I really like it, even though I see it would want to at some instances be a little bit of a problem child, but really it's just knowing how to work this particular one. But I am really happy with it, and Frenemy I think is a beautiful shade. Yeah. And then the last 2 items that I'm going to swatch for you from this company, the lip bar. I'm going to show you the lip. Well, first let me show you this one. First of all, their packaging. And this young lady, I'm sorry, I wish I had known, and I'll show you a sample. I'll insert the clip of me being at the lip. So this is the lip bar, and I'll show you the stuff I hauled from there, but the lipsticks are really creamy up top, glosses in the front, and mattes also on the bottom over here. Right, it's a really nice shades. They swatch so beautiful. But the young lady was actually on Shark Tank, and I like Shark Tank. I do not remember. I must not have seen that episode. But anyhow, I don't know that she left with a deal, but just her being on that show to me is huge. I am such a proponent of entrepreneurship, and just she was really nice too. And look at the packaging. Okay, first let me show you. This was the box, right? Good. I should do a video on my favorite nudes, and I think this, I know this is definitely going to be on the list. Look at the packaging. I think she said it's supposed to be like a bird cage, and it has lips. You can see right there through the cage. You take this off. That's the lid. You have this shade, which is in Chocolate Spritzer. Look at that. And I'm just going to swatch it. I'm running out of swatching space. I'm going to do it right in front of the teal thing, like more across my knuckles. Look at that. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Just a beautiful, perfect color. It reminds me, yeah, I don't want to say which other ones will be on my perfect nude shade list yet, but this is definitely one, and you're going to see in a second. I'll take that off and you'll see how it looks. I'm just doing it on my hand first. And here is from her Liquid Matte collection. Same bird cage feature on the top. This one I have already shown you on Instagram because I feel like this I'm going to do my favorite reds too video. That one is going to be short because I think it's only going to contain 3 reds. But this is one of them. This is called Boss Lady, and she spells boss B-A-W-S-E, lady. So like boss, B-O-S-S, lady. And this is a red. She has another shade that I don't think she had at the show, but I saw on the website, or maybe it was there at the show and sold out. Who knows? But I want to get that. This is it. I'm going to tell you that it is so much like the baby sister too, and I need to do a side-by-side so I can actually see what the differences are, and it may not appear that way to you right now. It's right here at the end. It is so close to me to Cherry Blossom, so like next to Cherry Blossom, and I want to see when I deal with those 3 reds which one really comes out on top. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red. It dries down to a matte. I guess I'll do more review of this when I do that, my 3 favorite reds or top reds video. Then maybe I'll do more review style. So I'm going to take this off of my lips. I'll apply this so you can see what it looks like. And then the formula is totally different from that of Cherry Blossom, which is by Colored Rain. So all 3 of the lipsticks that I'm going to have in that red video, all different formulas, so you'll be able to select or see which one works best for you. So I'm going to take this off, apply this, and also the other one. Be right back. This will be easiest, so I'm going to start with Chocolate Spritzer, and let me just zoom in so you can see. And it's so moisturizing, and I don't think she markets this one as like a moisturizing lipstick, but it totally is. Look at that. Looks like a nude on me. Like you can tell I have on something, but maybe you can't really tell. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you can definitely build this up. And I should mention that her lipsticks are not only paraben free, they're also vegan. And she has some other stuff on here too that they're free of. And yeah, so it says challenging the beauty standard. It's a natural, vegan, and bold lip product. So there you go. It feels super moisturizing. So if you ever want to switch it up from like your matte lipsticks and wear something that's more moisturizing, this hits the ticket. I can tell you the scent of it though. It's more like a I'm trying to think of which lipstick used to have the scent. It's like not Play-Doh-y, but it's like some scent. I don't know, like of I definitely get a scent from it, but even now when I just put my lips to my nose, I still smell it. But over time, it's not something that I continue to smell, and it's not something that like is upsetting to me. So it's fine. But it does have a little Play-Doh-y or who smells like that? Maybe it's Wet n Wild or one of those things I don't wear. But hers, of course, has better ingredients and all that. So it feels super moisturizing. Almost don't want to take that off, but I will, and then I'll show you the last one, Boss Lady. So here is Boss Lady. Gotta zoom in, gotta zoom in. I know, it's sloppy. I'm using the viewfinder because I forgot to bring the mirror. Okay, you may just say, oh, red. Okay, it's red. No. So I have to let this dry down, because this is just like Cherry Blossom in the sense that when I wear this red, literally, you can kind of see it drying. Yep. See how it's getting like darker. And that was just me not even sticking it back in the tube to build it up. And a lady said, she was talking to me about something else. A stranger was asking some information. And she said, that red. She said, that is a beautiful red. The lip bar. Yeah, I like this red. Boss Lady. Feels so comfortable on the lips. Feels so comfortable on the lips. If I need to say anything about it, I know I said I would do the review in the 3 reds video, but I'll tell you now. It's also in a way reminds me of the satin lips from ColourPop, in that I could have this on, like the first time that I drank from a bottle of water, no straw, drank from the bottle of water, boom, no transfer. Well, very little. I mean, you could see like a little red speck. It was nothing major at all around the rim of the bottle. But if you, but then as I was drinking the water, I know sometimes like my lip will go as I have the water bottle, and I had actually red from Boss Lady down here. So it didn't transfer to the bottle really, like minimal transfer, but it did transfer to like the upper portion of my chin, like right here. And later on the day I saw some over here. So I was like, how is this moving yet it's not going on the bottle? So I don't understand. But once I kind of got the handle of just, you know, being a bit more careful with it, it really is not like some crazy transfer or anything like that. It's beautiful. I am definitely buying more lip bar products, no doubt. And the fact that it's vegan too, and it's a natural product, no parabens, and a young lady with her own business, definitely want to support. I didn't do the kiss test for you, right? Did I? Okay, this lip thing that's here was from the Tarte one. So let me just go a little higher up, or let me do on this side. Look at that. Nothing, right? Nothing. I did it right here. And I know where to find it because I just see one little red thing that is not even anything. And that's probably from the inner portion. So like, let me do on this side. Okay, so again, and I know that was from the inner side right there. That's it. You have no lip print because it wasn't my whole lip. It was just here because I felt when I came up from it that it was that part of my lip that it got. So see how it's not transferring, but I wonder if it will. Yeah, see, it's not giving me anything really. Oh, very lightly something. But yeah, so I guess when I'm drinking the water, I'm doing like that and it's coming down here. But anyway, it's beautiful. I like it. And I haven't even had, oh, look how it dried. Look at Boss Lady dried. Look at that. Oops, sorry. This last red color is Boss Lady. And when I do the 3 reds, I'm going to, of course, swatch them all side by side. And you'll see the differences between them. But I love Boss Lady. Oh, really exciting. I had such a great time at the makeup show. So anyway, yeah, so if you guys went to the makeup show or had some experience you want to share, or if you plan to go to the makeup show in the future, or I don't know, anyone going to the hair show in July. I know, totally different subject. I should probably do that in a separate video. But I had a great time this year. I'm looking forward to going to the makeup show again next year. I love those reduced prices. And it was just a really nice time. And I got to see some people like doing makeup on other individuals. And the body makeup work is just outstanding. It really is an art form. And yeah, so I had a great time. Thank you so much for watching. I thought this was going to be a short video because I didn't get that much stuff, but apparently just looking at this little clock right here, it's not a short video. But anyway, thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for commenting and watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.